All right, so we're headed to the event. Just had to check some directions here. I'm actually quite honored. I'm actually quite touched to be at this, to head to this event. I know that actually, one thing is that I had actually left a message, not directly with Steve Chan, but I was asking about an endorsement. But I've been actually involved in some activities that is controversial. So, you know, I've been trying to promote Massey here in New York City, stuff like that. And this can definitely have blowback. And I didn't really involve Steve Chan in any conversation about the Massey stuff, but I'm sure behind the scenes there's pressure being put on. That's fine. I just think Steve Chan is just so important for the movement. Being Asian American, being a former police officer, being a former, armed service member, and successfully serving his term without any scandals. It's really good. So I just think he's so important. I think that his opponent, Larry he has some accomplishments, and but he's not really on Stephen Chan's level. And I have to admit, even myself, like if you really look at the whole, just being an Asian American leader, I'm not much of a leader, to tell you the truth, but Steve Chan really, just having the background of being just his service, right? Of being a police officer and a Marine. A lot of times people see a face, like I get it even myself. I was born here in the United States. But people look at you and they question your loyalty. But Stephen Chan did both military and also the police force. It's very hard to, attack him on that. So I like to see more people who are born in, Asian Americans who are born in the U.S., right? Because I feel like we don't really fit certain stereotypes, so we're not really invited in the same way. But that's not really Steve Chan's fault, right? He's overcoming a lot of difficulties, right? His learning second language. He's just an amazing person. So I just think that if you look at the way Larry came up, right, he's coming up through being an Cuomo's understudy or William Colton's understudy. Like, it's just not the same. Yeah, it's cool that you came up through the process, but he's more of an establishment type of, went with whoever was in power at the time. And if we take a look at Iwan Chu, the first Asian American New York State senator in New York State history, for the only Asian American district in New York State, was this one right here in Brooklyn, which was created specifically to try to give the seat to try to create a Democrat idea of population control. Didn't work out because there's deep skepticism about what in my opinion, there's deep skepticism about what the Democrats do. And that's another reason why I'm not saying everything the Democrats do is bad. I'm not a Democrat, though. They're definitely, I don't agree with some of their fundamental principles, but not everything they do is bad. But the thing is that without balance, right? The thing is that there's nothing really in the Democrat Party, you have no bargaining power. So it's better, right? Like, the thing is, I'm Korean, and you can see that our sign is kind of the yin yang symbol. You know what I mean? You have the balance, right? And if some supporters on one side and some supporters on the other, I'm also proud as a Korean American to go out and stand with the Chinese American community. I stood with the Chinese American community on some other issues, like the 24-hour workday thing, but there's also some problems with it too that are not being acknowledged by the progressives. The same pressures that exist in the progressive world to, keep me out are also existing in the right-hand world, but you're going to see I actually get more embraced here in the right-hand world than in the left side world. So some people in the left side will still allow me to participate or be in the space. But behind the scenes, they don't move anything forward. They don't really respond to anything at all. There's no response. At least from people on the right wing, I get a response. Yeah, and I can understand from both sides how they're under pressure, or because really, in the end, the real core aspect of the whole thing is the ability to control elections. That's it. That's really what comes down to. That's what they're looking for. You have you can't really make any deals with someone who you have no leverage on. And I'm not saying it has to be leverage like you're threatening them with it even. Like, if you can't really help them, right, then they can't really help you. So we should be on the spot soon. Let's go take a look. Most comprehensive coverage of Asian American stuff going on, especially Chinese American community. Now, it's a little, look, he's not happy with me, but I'm not even sure that's real, because there's a lot of other stuff going on. There's a lot of agents that are going around in here. It is what it is. Oh shit, but this is started. Okay. I'm gonna start recording the actual event.